Are you going back to Oshkosh?
I'm going to a Purim party.
From Washington to Hollywood and right back to Wisconsin. It's Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. Connecting the dots on the stories shaping our world with smart takes, sharp humor, and plenty of personality.
You know, I really expected more professional behavior from you.
It's news and culture without the noise.
Yeah, I'm on.
Here's Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach.
Dude.
Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach, all in the same sentence.
What?
Hey, welcome to Nite Lite, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It is great to have you here with us as we talk about all the things in life. Well, some of the things in life that make us happy and some of the things that we just need to discuss.
Yeah.
And we've got both of them on the agenda tonight. Sitting across from me, in a manner of speaking, is the awesomely talented Greg Bach. Hey, buddy.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Pete. How are you doing today? How was your day?
It was crazy. It was, I was all over the place. It was one of those days where I had so much to do, like house-wise, chore-wise, that kind of stuff. But, you know, every day's a good day, Greg. That's my outlook, especially when I have Walmart radio. And
what?
It's on in the store, and they play tunes I haven't heard in 30 years.
Gotcha.
And then they say, take Walmart radio with you. And I wondered to myself, does anybody ever do that?
Does anyone take Walmart radio with you?
Does anybody listen to it outside of Walmart? And it's not terrible. It's not like it was bad. It's just like, who would do that?
Huge fans of Walmart.
I guess so. If you're...
I like the stuff that like you're like just walking around all day long, just looking at the ground, going, who would do such a thing? Who would do that?
And I get if there's a good tune on and you want to keep it going, you don't want to stand and loiter by the door. So maybe you pull out your smartphone, put the song on, and you keep it rolling. But I don't know, man. It was just weird. I wonder if anyone's ever done that, or just listen to it at home.
I didn't realize there was such thing as Walmart radio.
Yeah,
that's interesting to me. It's like its own stream, like another streaming service.
Right. And soon they'll be charging you for it.
Yeah, Walmart Radio Plus.
Right.
It's like Prime, just with less.
Exactly. Hey, this is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach, and we are very happy to have you with us. We got a lot of fun planned for tonight. So hopefully we help you wind down your day in a very relaxed atmosphere, I guess.
Yes. Light the candles.
Yeah.
Light the incense.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Candles would add some nice ambience, I think.
Ambient? What is? You know what I love, kids? I love to calm down. I love to just put some scarves over the lamps and get some ambience.
Get some ambience up in here.
When I can't sleep at night, I take ambience. It gives me weird dreams.
Every once in a while, I slip into Moe from The Simpsons. At the ambience, Homer. So that's what I was going for there. Anyway. Hey, we got a fun show, Greg. We got great guests tonight.
Yes, we do. We have from the Wisconsin Examiner, Henry Redmond's going to be here talking about an article he wrote regarding good news out of Madison, bipartisan legislation. But we'll check out some of the catches in there regarding PFAS mitigation legislation. Some bills went through to help with PFAS. And before the show, Pete, you said that's a big deal in Marionette. So
it is. Yeah. Well, it's a big deal everywhere, but for sure up here in the Northeast Wisconsin. Yeah, definitely.
And then in the second hour, we'll be welcoming stand-up comedian Kristen Toomey from Chicago. She probably says ambience, too.
Chicago. Man.
Yeah, so she'll be coming on talking about, she's got a show coming up this weekend at a place called Q's. I get that actually correct here.
Q's Bar and River Deck.
I got a message from the owner today. They said it's pronounced Q's Bar and River Deck in Prairie du Sac. So she'll be talking more about that today on the show. And then we'll be talking about just kind of cutting up, having fun, discussing our question of the day. Pete, by the way, what is our question of the day?
Dom, go for it.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
Question.
Pregunta.
Question.
Hey, I have a question. Questions?
This question.
Domanda.
Question.
Questions.
I was so busy dancing, I forgot. Okay, here we go. How do you feel about cold cuts? What is your favorite? It is, ladies and gentlemen, National Cold Cuts Day. It is the all-American meal.
It is. Wedding, funeral, first communion, you name it. Cold cut platter is always good stuff.
Yes. If I had let's say if I had 10 grand for every time I heard, will there be cold cuts there? I'd have about maybe 100 grand. I probably heard that 10 times in my life. I'll take that kind of money.
My rider says I am to have a cold cut platter.
Oh, God. Have you ever seen that? Like when they, you did stand up, Greg. Like sometimes you go to the green room and they have like a cold, if it's like a special show, they have like a cold cut platter. I remember I was at the Ice House once and they had cheese on there too. And the cheese like starts to sweat. It gets that weird film on it, when it's been sitting out too long.
Yeah. It gets shiny. It gets shiny.
Yeah.
Especially when they're like little square cheese cuts. It's like, and you're like, oh, I'm not going to die if I eat that. I'll still eat that. So I still eat it.
Like the corners start to curl up because they get hard, and then you get sweat on the cheese. Dom, are you still with us? How you doing, buddy? Dom Lee, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm not doing too bad. I'm excited for the question of the night. I have a juicy answer, so I'm ready to go.
Oh my God! Oh God!
Hear that?
I have a delicious answer. So we'll keep everybody in suspenders for just a little bit here, but
I think mine is pretty simple. I don't know. I mean, I'm ardent in my belief in this, but we'll talk more about that in the second hour.
Oh man, awesome.
Maybe even find out what Kristen Toomey's favorite cold cut is.
I like to ask every guest a question tonight. It's just it's a nice icebreaker, Greg. And I like how you said you're ardent in your cold cut choice. You got me very excited to hear this. But you can let us know throughout the course of the show, folks, at 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can also text us on the app. Or if you're watching the radio on YouTube, Facebook, or X Twitter, you can drop us a stream comment. Dom, is Facebook back up? Did you get a hold of Zuckerberg?
Mark Zuckerberg told me that it should be good. Okay. But he said don't quote him. So
he was at one of his jujitsu lessons, probably.
He's beating up the air while jet skiing.
So be part of the fun, folks, and you can let us know whatever you're thinking on any topic we discuss here at Nite Lite.
We actually have a call from Greg in Waukesha on his favorite cold. I know, Greg in Waukesha.
I love it.
Good evening, Greg. How are you doing?
Hey, buddy.
Hello, Pete. Hello, Greg Bach. My last call into your show, Pete, was BGB before Greg Bach. So we're going to call that the BGB era of the show.
Fair enough. I like it.
not to be confused with the BG era. But anyway, this was a hard one, and I'm honestly still not too sold on this answer, but I'll have to go with turkey.
Okay.
Even though I much prefer turkey like warm, like let's talk Thanksgiving turkey, like turkey as a cold cut is still good. So we're gonna go with that.
Okay.
It's a safe one.
And that's what we'll go with. So.
All right, Greg. Well, here's the best part: is you can change your mind anytime you want.
There's no.
And
fine.
I'm going to say this, Greg: if you change your mind anytime, you call and let us know. I don't care what we're talking about.
Is Greg still there?
I think he's gone.
All right, Greg, here's what I want you to know, Greg. Listen to the show and see. I have a feeling turkey's going to be number one, but we'll tally all that when we get there. But I think Greg's answer is going to turn out to be very popular. Thank you for the call, Greg.
Yeah, absolutely. We ask the hard questions here.
We break stories.
Exactly. Breaking news here. Greg from Waukesha says his favorite cold cut is turkey. Change his mind, possibly.
And nobody could dispute that. Like, we can't get sued for that. I don't believe that his favorite cold cut is turkey. I'm taking you to court. It's just not that kind of story. Greg,
This is slander, my good man. Slander!
Hey, should we get to our three big things?
I think we should get to our three things.
Dominic.
The first big story.
Holy gasoline, Batman. Oh, my goodness. Have you guys been seeing the prices go up? What about, like, Pete, have you seen the prices going up by your place?
You know what? To be honest, I just don't need gas right now, but I got a text from my sister earlier who said gas went up 50 cents a gallon overnight in Marinette, which means in maybe Milwaukee or Madison, you might be looking at $1.75. I don't know, but that's kind of I should have filled up because I knew this was coming, right? Because of the war.
Yeah. Well, you should have known there was a war coming, Pete. You should have known.
I should have filled up last Friday.
The AP is reporting the price of a gallon of gas spiked overnight in the U.S. and drivers overseas are filling up tanks. I will say this: I've got quite a few gas stations by my house, and this time, maybe even this weekend, the regular, or I would say before the bombings in Iran, it was like 330 something, 340 something. I passed a quick trip today on the way here. I'm sorry, 249.
Okay,
not 249. Today, passing the quick trip, it was $2.99 a gallon. It's almost $3, and that was, yeah. It is. Are you guys seeing that? Let us know. 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. And it says here in this article, they talked to one person named Ann. She said she paid $15 more than usual to fill up her tank at a gas station in Jackson, Mississippi today versus the previous week. I mean, we're going to be seeing gas prices go up because of the cost of oil, and this is going to have a knock-on effect, this big old incursion in Iran. But that is like the big thing I saw today driving in was the price of gas. I mean, I actually had to look twice, be like, am I looking at the right, is this the diesel price? Nope, it's the unleaded price, $2.99 a gallon.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't really pay attention to gas prices that much. I have to be honest. Like, I notice when they're low and I try to fill up then, but they're never going back to what they were 20, 30, 40 years ago. It's just they're always going to be high. So this is a concern because if you have a 20-gallon tank, I have an old Toyota Land Cruiser with that's going to cost me, same with the social media user, another 10 or $15 just to fill it up once. So that adds up over a year.
Well, and the other thing, too, to take in consideration is you think about how much gas prices were even 10 years ago. They were still in the $2, $3. Right. This hovering between, the low twos into the mid threes to maybe even $4, that's where we've been sitting for a very long time. Plus, when the price of oil, so people always talk about, I want lower gas prices. Well, okay, that's fine. We all do. That's, of course, a very good cost to cut. But when we lower gas prices, that's because the cost of oil has gone down, which means they're drilling less, which means people could possibly be losing their jobs. There's a knock-on effect to low gas prices. And so when we say we want lower gas prices, we have to look at what that actually means for this country and what it means for our exporting around the world as well.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because I remember when Biden was president and he got blamed for gas prices, then Trump got blamed for gas prices. I don't think, based on everything I've read, it really isn't up to the president. But this war is affecting it, so you could argue that for sure.
Well, one thing, we used to, and maybe we'll get him back on the show one of these days, but his name is Mr. Global, Matt Randolph. He talked about the fact that it's not about who's sitting in the White House in the moment. It's about who was sitting in the White House when they struck certain deals, which would cause gas prices to go up or go down. That's what you need to be looking at, not just like, oh, it's his fault because he's there, or yay, he's in the office, so therefore the gas price. It's not how it works ever. But no one ever listens to that. No one ever they don't. Presidents don't cause the gas prices to go up or down. They don't set grocery prices, but we seem to always blame or give credit to them in this case. So
I don't. I think I would be intimidated meeting someone named Mr. Global. I got to be honest. I'm excited to meet him, but I'm just like Mr. Northeast Wisconsin. That's a big discrepancy there, Greg. But I can't wait to have this guy on the show. All right, this is Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. You've got Nite Lite on the Civic Media Radio Network. We're coming right back with our next two big things. Secret show.
Secret show. It's time for the secret show. I ate tacos for lunch today, and now I just feel like I'm going to die. I feel like I'm going to fall over.
Where'd you have tacos from?
They were leftovers. My wife, my mother-in-law, and my sister-in-law all went to lunch on Sunday, and they're like, "We brought you back food." I'm like, "Great." They're like, "It's our leftovers." I'm like, "Okay, I'll take it." But they were good tacos, but it was a lot, and now I'm very full.
Every time I try to eat right, like I'm doing fine, and then someone brings leftovers from a restaurant I like, and all bets are off. It's like, well, I guess I'm not doing this program anymore.
That's right. If you have it once, that means you're done. You can never do it again.
Exactly. How you doing, Tom?
Pretty good.
Still with us? Okay.
Yeah, still with you.
Just
I will be right back. Give me 20 seconds.
All right.
Where do you think he's going?
Good question. I think
20 seconds. Not a whole lot you can do in 20 seconds.
I mean, it must be water then.
Probably water, yeah. You get these emails for people. Hey, if you want to syndicate your show, I'm the guy to help you do that.
All right.
And I'm like, yeah, what is it? It's going to cost us $1,000 a market or something like that. Welcome back, Tom.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
All right, 20 seconds.
Welcome back. Time to kick loose. Cut loose? Foot loose? I don't know. Hey, this is Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach and Dom Lee working the board, crushing it with the tunes as usual. It is great to have you here tonight. Our question of the night is, how do you feel about cold cuts? What is your favorite cut? We'll read your text throughout the show, but let us know. Be part of the fun. It's always more fun when you guys participate. I'm very excited to share my answer later, and I think it's going to be groundbreaking. But right now, Greg, we've still got a couple big things. Let's be honest.
Yes.
Yeah. Dom,
we have another big story.
The second big story.
This is one. Okay, so I worked in my daughter's school part-time a few years ago, and I just loved it. I worked in an intervention room where kids would come in after they got in fights or swore at the teacher or whatever, and it was my job to kind of de-escalate and calm them down and tell them they couldn't have their cell phones because this became a rule here in Marinette in the schools. And this is a big thing right now. I read this on NPR. They're trying for a cell phone ban. Now, here in Marinette, we did it a few years ago, and it was unbelievable when kids got out at recess, how much they actually played again and interacted again. And some would try to sneak their cell phones. In fact, there was one moment in the cafeteria where there was like an Amber Alert or something, and we heard all these buzzing phones. They weren't supposed to have their phones.
Gotcha!
All these pockets.
Gotcha!
Yeah, exactly. So I do think I'm all in favor of it. And the Republicans supposedly want a bell-to-bell ban. And some Democrats are with them. But some are saying, well, they should be able to check it at lunch for emergencies or home situations.
See, so I've gone back and forth on this one because I understand all of the arguments except for like no ban whatsoever. I don't think kids should have phones in the classroom, period, at all. And people will say, well, what about emergencies? I'm like, well, if parents need to get a hold of their kids, and I don't want to be sitting here going all back in my day, but your parents just called the office. They called you to the office. You would get the call and that was it. Or they'd bring you a note and that was it. Like you didn't have to have a cell phone then. And there's also the argument of like, well, what happens if there's something, someone invades the school or something? It's like, I understand that as well, but
sure.
Then if we can come up with a whole industry that bulletproofs our kids' schools, we can come up with an industry that allows kids to be reachable. Not like there should be other ways of doing this. So Pete, you're in favor of the bell-to-bell ban?
I don't know. I feel like now it's sort of like putting the toothpaste back in the tube. I don't know that you can totally do that, but I'm totally for it. And maybe, like you said, Greg, I mean, if there's an emergency, call the school, bring the kid down to the office. It's not difficult. But I do think, if they want to like check it at noon, at lunch, I guess I'm okay with that. But, I don't know. I have trouble staying off my phone, to be honest with you.
I do too. I mean, I'm very much so. I'm looking at my phone right now. It's like, look at me, Greg. Look at me right now.
Touch my buttons.
Okay, all right. But I think that you start there. Start with you have to put your phone in your locker. You can check your phone at lunch, and then you can take your phone when you're gone. You get it like that one time. But also, you can't just be dragging it around the hallways while you're at lunch too. It's like I do believe there is some. I think there are benefits to them not being on their phone all the time.
Agreed.
Personally, and I know there are people out there who say I'm wrong, but
they can set up like little smoking areas for phones. Like go in this room if you want to be on your phone for 5 minutes, and then put the phone back and leave. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or go in there and smoke. Kids have to make.
Pete.
They're just cigarettes, Greg. Come on.
My goodness. Okay. All right. Well, then on that, let's go to the last news story of the evening.
Speaking of health.
The third big story.
So this is a follow-up from what we talked about last week from our handy tip. We were talking about the Big Arch, which is a sandwich that McDonald's claims is all the best of their burgers in one burger. And it seems that the CEO now has made a video showing how good it is. In a video featuring a man who looks like he's never looked at a McDonald's burger, let alone eaten one, he showed it off, and he really tried hard to make it look good. And the internet is having a field day with his response to what is the Big Arch.
Yeah, his name is, he's the McDonald's CEO, Chris Kempczynski, I think is his name. And he tried the burger and he referred to it as, he goes, this is a delicious product or something like that. And then he took a bite and then he's commenting on it. He's got food in his teeth. It was just a weird video on every level.
Yeah. And the internet's now roasting him for this because also the thing is, when you watch the video plugging the product from last week, it is what looks like a burger in a commercial. It is big and it's huge, and you're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to eat this in one bite? But he's eating this burger that looks like nothing more than a smashed up burger. It looks terrible, and it has all these different at one point I think he's about to take a bite and he goes, oh yeah, fried onions. I'm like, no thank you, nope. This doesn't look good at all.
It's got twice. Okay, it's got 2 quarter pounder patties on it. 3.
So far, it's a double quarter pounder with cheese.
Right, and 3 pieces of cheese, and then the fried onions, which are pretty caloric as well. Yeah. And he was sort of bragging about it, like this is the burger, and he took it out of the box. He goes, it's very heavy. Like, this has nothing to do with, like, they just want to appeal to your lowest, like, hey, you can get a lot of food and a lot of bite. McDonald's does not have salads anymore. So they have completely just kind of given up on, this is nothing healthy. And this video kind of confirmed it.
Do you know what I love in my burgers, Pete? Heft.
I like to have to use 2 hands on my burgers.
I want a burger that TSA makes me throw out because it weighs too much for my bag.
Well, the CEO likes it. It must be delicious. Yeah, he's not just telling you
he
what you
looks
want to hear.
very convincing. Very convincing that he actually eats McDonald's ever.
Show me the focus groups. That's what I want to see. All right, folks, we're going to break for the news here, and then Henry Redmond will be here. He is a staff reporter for the Wisconsin Examiner, and he's here to talk about new PFAS legislation. There's some cooperation. We'll hear what Henry has to say. Coming up in hour 2, very funny comedian Kristen Toomey. You've got it all right here on Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach on the Civic Media Network.
All right, Dom, you got to talk to like Chris or someone.
I did. I did. Off the first segment, it's not good.
It's the same thing that happened here in Radio Park, and they're probably just going to switch out the channels, but that needs to be fixed. Like,
Yep.
And yeah.
What is it? What are you guys talking about?
The channel, when he goes up and down, if you listen to it, it cuts out, comes back up. It's not. There's something going on.
Yeah,
there.
I'm gonna try and use something different for the rest of the show.
And here is Henry. Welcome, sir.
Hello.
How are you this evening?
Good. How are you guys?
Hey, Henry.
Doing quite well. It's good to see you again. Last time we talked, it was in the morning. All right, we're gonna come back at 5:35. And you've done this live stream before, so you know how it works. That's Dom and Madison. He'll be giving the hand signals. Just know that when he gives the one, you got to wrap up, go there, and then we'll meet you on the other side. We're going to put you back into the waiting room, and we'll restart we'll re-intro the show and introduce you properly, and we'll be good to go.
Great.
All right. Do you have any questions for us?
I mean, I've got cold cut takes. But
Yes,
Please.
you do.
Yes, I knew it.
Oh!
Probably more dangerous than PFAS, to be honest, if we have to. Probably not, but.
Probably not. Well, we never know. It depends on the volume of cold cuts to PFAS. That's the
apart
question.
from a trillion of salami.
Exactly. Exactly.
If you have a big arch burger with a side of cold cuts, you're asking for trouble.
Oh, that just made my shoulder hurt. Like all this salt in that food just made
My chest.
All right, I'm gonna go grab some water, and I will be back.
Sweet. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
Cool. Welcome back to Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. My name is Greg Bach. Across the table from me, in a manner of speaking, is Mr. Pete Schwaba. We are here on the Civic Media Network. You can always give a call or text. The number is same, 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. Leave a comment on that live stream. We are currently streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and the platform we still call Twitter. Still ahead after the 6 o'clock news, we have comedian Kristen Toomey stopping by to talk about all the good stuff, comedy in Chicago. Her show's coming up this weekend. And just, maybe her hot takes on cold cuts, because it is National Cold Cut Day, and our question of the evening is, how do you feel about cold cuts? Call or text 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. Now, Pete,
cold cuts are funny.
It's just a fun thing to say. Oh, there are cold cuts. Like you'd be like, oh, was it a bad party? It wasn't great, but there were cold cuts. Oh, awesome.
Exactly.
Which allows me to bring on our first guest of the evening. He is a staff writer at the Wisconsin Examiner and a man with cold cut opinions. Henry Redmond is here this evening. Good evening, Henry. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, Henry.
Oh, can you hear us, Henry?
Hello, Henry?
Did you freeze?
Oh.
There we are.
There we go.
Henry, are you there?
I'm here now.
Wonderful.
Hey,
We did it. Technology. Good evening, sir. How are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing quite well. Now, we will leave the cold cut discussions for a little bit. I want to kick right into this article that you wrote. Actually, it came out late last month regarding PFAS legislation. This has been a long time coming, and for the uninformed, can you please give a brief overview of this legislation, as well as just the money that we received as a state for PFAS mitigation?
Yeah, so in the 2023 to 25 state budget, the governor and the Republicans in the legislature agreed to set aside $125 million in a trust fund to spend on PFAS mitigation, cleaning up people's private wells, providing grants to local governments to, redo municipal water systems. Mm-hmm. But all they did in the budget was set aside the money. Yeah. And then we're planning to come back later with a separate piece of legislation to create all those programs. Last legislative session, they tried to come up with a bill to do that. And after initially starting off with hopes of compromise, that kind of died, mostly over a disagreement over how much immunity to grant certain types of people. Republicans wanted to protect what they call innocent landowners. Democrats and environmental groups did not. Evers vetoed a bill the legislature passed. This time around, tweaking the dial a little bit, they managed to get it through the assembly with the support of the DNR and the governor. So now it is just waiting passage in the Senate when they meet to wrap up their work for the session later this month.
And really quick follow-up to that. You mentioned that's that phrase right there, the magic. I feel like that's the magic phrase that's been kept from happening for so long, is that where some folks said, yes, there are innocent folks out there who should be protected, who should not be bankrupted. But the definition of what innocent landowners actually meant, where some people were just meaning they don't want these big corporations to have to pay for the lands they've polluted. And it's gone back and forth. And this money has been sitting, in your article says, for over 30 months.
Yeah, and it's, if you compare the language in the bill that is moving now and the one from before, it's not huge changes. Essentially, it's sort of which industries are going to be wrapped into that definition. In a lot of places, you have farmers who accepted sort of what are called municipal biosolids from like local dumps to spread on their fields to use as fertilizer. Those weren't being tested for PFAS, but PFAS is all over the place. So when they spread on that field, then that is, running off in some amount into the groundwater and local streams, causing, contamination. And the big question, especially for the Republican authors, has been, how do we protect those people who were doing these activities that the state, the DNR specifically, gave the okay to through their permits?
Yeah.
how do you determine? I mean, this is bipartisan legislation, but it was the Republicans that were holding it up for the reasons you just mentioned. But how intricate is that when it comes to the legislation, that who is being protected and who is not? I understand that there are some people that are innocent, but also, we what we've dealt with here in Northeast Wisconsin, it was kind of a slap on the wrist.
Been.
Uh-oh.
I think he froze again.
Wouldn't it be funny if he was just doing that?
If he was just thinking right now. Henry, if you can hear us, can you call the phone number? Because you are frozen right now. Okay.
Yep, he is frozen.
Yeah. We'll get him back. That's kind of what they were dealing with up here. Do we have him?
Yep, there he is.
Oh,
there
perfect.
Well,
okay.
There we are. Okay, great.
Okay, yeah. So I was saying, basically, last time around, it was too broad. This time around, the business lobby, Wisconsin Manufacturers and Commerce, and the sort of state paper industry lobby were in opposition, basically because the paper industry was going to be left out.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was the question I had for you, because in this article, that paragraph really stuck out to me, because it says, the Republicans narrowed the definition of innocent landowners. And I mean, this is the best version of compromise, because as you said, this was proposed in the 2023-2025 biennium budget, and it just sat there. But I guess I have to imagine for some folks that this has to be better than nothing. I don't know if it's the best version of it, but at least it's moving forward and money can be spent. Is there any talk about where it lands in the Senate right now?
I think they're confident it's going to get through the Senate. Eric Wimberger, the senator from sort of the Green Bay area, has been, the lead negotiator on all of this. I don't think that the Republican leaders in the Senate are going to let Wimberger spend, almost 3 years working on this just to leave him high and dry when he's finally going to get it over the line, especially in an election year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He has been one, in this article, he's very outspoken about getting this done and that he wants to get it through the finish line. He also has a very odd statement. Even a broken squirrel can find a clock twice a day. I don't know what that means, but you know what? I bet you it provides lots of laughs in the cloakroom. Everyone loves that line.
We were laughing about it in the press section of the assembly when we got it that night.
Did someone?
It's funny. He's a serious guy. He's not one of the legislators who are often, joking around or being kind of quippy. But apparently he's so happy about getting this through that he's going to let it loose.
Our guest is Henry Redmond. He is a staff reporter for the Wisconsin Examiner. We're talking about PFAS, namely an article he just wrote for the Examiner. Okay, so Wisconsin, as I understand it, just made its standards complicit with the federal ones, where it's 4 parts per trillion in PFAS drinking water, or PFAS in drinking water. 4 parts per trillion is acceptable. Ideally, it's no parts per trillion. But what were they previously here in Wisconsin? And I would like to think the area I live in is raising the bar a little bit, make the feds come to us. You know what I mean? What is this legislation? Will that affect that much?
No, I mean, in a lot of cases, especially with water law, the state kind of has to just follow what the EPA is going to set. So if the EPA makes it more stringent, the state is, pretty quickly going to have to, align itself with that standard. Really, on the standards, especially for largely rural Wisconsin, the issue is that for every Wisconsinite who gets their water from a private well, there isn't a standard. There are not groundwater standards for PFAS in the state, which, is the problem for places like the town of Stella up near Rhinelander or French Island near La Crosse, where, basically these whole communities are on private wells and they're having to get outside water trucked in to have, a water cooler in their house for, washing the dishes and brushing their teeth.
And French Island just got a bunch of money too from the federal government, didn't they? Apart from this $125 million, if I'm not mistaken, they are part of an $80 million program that will help basically get them off of bottled water. Correct?
I believe so. I don't know all of the details about the money there, but yeah, that I think is right.
Okay.
Henry, okay, so 125 million. This has been going on for decades. Is that enough? Or is that just kind of like, well, that's what you're getting, make it work with the cleanup? I mean, and I don't expect you to be an expert on the financial figures, but what's your take on that?
Well, I mean, from the start, they've been saying this is our first bite at the apple. And, part of it is, you get these programs up and running, then you can always infuse more funds the next budget cycle or whatever. But the program infrastructure getting going is the hard part.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the budget process is what it is. But from the beginning, they've said, this is not going to be enough. We're going to have to come back for another bite at the apple. Even that's Republicans, Democrats, everybody. And, there's really no idea how much it's going to ultimately end up costing. The sense of the scale of the problem isn't even fully understood. Part of the bill that is waiting to be passed in the Senate includes expanded testing capability. So, we're still spending money to figure out how much money will ultimately need to be spent.
Well, and the other thing too, and I doubt there was any talk about this in the legislature because they are basically days away from being done for the year. But with the money that was received was from the Biden administration, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know how much more money will be there for the current administration. And when you talk about EPA standards changing, how we will equip ourselves for whatever's coming down the way from the federal government, because I can imagine that it might be the first bite of the apple, but it could possibly be the last bite too, depending on what they decide they do and do not want to fund over the next how many years.
Right. I mean, who knows how, what the budget surplus that we have right now is going to look like the next time we're going through the budget process. What kind of support is even going to exist from the federal government that is retreating from a lot of these environmental issues. So, I mean, that's a valid question. I just think right now, nobody really knows. And it does help, that money, the $125 million they set aside, 2 years ago, it's been sitting in an account growing. It's actually more than 130 now, just collecting interest.
Nice. Wow.
So, part of it is that's a big amount of money collecting interest in this trust fund that, will get some ticks up just from existing in a bank account somewhere.
I hope the PFAS aren't growing faster than the interest on the money.
Well, that's a question I have for another time, just because this has, no one's proposed it, but going the way of Minnesota, where we just outlaw PFAS and clean it up, and this is not a problem anymore. But that's for another day down the road. We're going to continue our discussion though with Henry Redmond. He is a staff writer at the Wisconsin Examiner. We were talking about his article about hurrah, hooray! Finally, there is PFAS mitigation bills hopefully going through the Senate and then signed into law, and people will get some relief. Getting their water cleaned up. We'll talk more about that with Henry, as well as his hot takes on cold cuts. Boom. National Cold Cut Day here. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach on the Civic Media Network. Stay tuned. Stay close. All right. We come back in a little over, I don't know how many minutes. 3 minutes? Yeah.
Three?
Yep,
Yeah.
5:52.
That's right. And then, Henry, when we're done, you can stick around after for a little bit if you'd like, or when you're done, just press that orange button on the bottom of the screen and it will exit you out of the StreamYard, and then it will upload the video and audio to a high resolution state. So other than that, we are good to go.
All righty, 2 minutes.
All right.
Is Facebook back up, Dom? Dom, you there?
Welcome back to Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. You are listening to us on the Civic Media Network. My name is Greg Bach. Across the way, in a matter of speaking, is Pete Schwaba. And in Madison is Mr. Dom Lee. If you want to be part of the conversation, 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can leave a comment on the live stream. We are currently streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and the platform we still call Twitter. Today is it's National Cold Cuts Day. It's not international. I don't know how the globe celebrates it, but today is National Cold Cuts Day.
Just domestic.
Just domestic, you're right. Domestic cold cuts only. Let us know your favorite cold cuts. If you don't like them at all, that's fine too. Any answer is a fine answer. It's your opinion. We are talking to Henry Redmond from the Wisconsin Examiner, discussing his story about the Wisconsin Assembly passing PFAS mitigation legislation after so many years going back and forth on this. And we're coming to the end of the legislative session, Henry. They are going on a long, it's a short work year every year after the biennium budget. Is there anything besides this that you're seeing coming through in these last few days that have, like, big things happening? Is it seem pretty standard issue going normal towards the end of it? Or is there anything interesting to report as they are closing up shop for the rest of the year?
Yeah, well, there's this ongoing back and forth between the governor and Republicans over this kind of joint public schools funding, property tax relief compromise they're trying to find. It's yet to be seen if they're going to reach a deal. If they do, the assembly is going to have to come back in a special or extraordinary session. And then otherwise, there's been this fight going on the whole session over reauthorizing the Knowles-Nelson stewardship program, which has funded public lands acquisition all across the state for about 40 years now, and it is set to expire this summer unless they reauthorize it. The Assembly has passed a bill. Lots of people have problems with that bill. It, got pulled off the schedule in the Senate last month, so that's really up in the air. And really, that's kind of the big thing I've been watching as the legislature wraps up.
I just want to. This is kind of for both of you guys. There's like, are you confident when they test local drinking water that they're being transparent with the results? Just to go back to the PFAS thing for a minute. And, they're saying use certified specialized filters. How effective are the filters? Like, I've heard, contradictory information on those too. You don't know what, you can't drink out of aluminum because that can give you Alzheimer's. Like, where are you supposed to get your water? Seriously.
I mean, I can't speak for anybody else, but like I live in southeastern Wisconsin, and along the shorelines here, Racine, Milwaukee especially, because back in the 90s they had cryptosporidium. But Racine has an excellent filtration system. Kenosha has so for me personally, I just sort of trust it. Like, I feel fine. I'm not hurting. Nothing's turning colors. So I kind of just trust my government. I know that sounds weird, but I trust my government to be doing the work, and something changes, they'll let me know. But yeah, I mean, that's as far as, yeah.
Yeah, those municipal systems are, under so many requirements from both the state and the feds.
Okay.
And, Madison even, which has had a PFAS problem, pained and managed it. I think unless you're getting a private well, or, you're in Wausau, which has spent millions of dollars, currently installing their mitigation system, I think, the tap water is largely fine.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that. I just don't know. You don't know.
Well, I mean, you can also call your municipality and ask them about the water filtration systems they have in place. And I don't think that, personally, I don't feel like they have a reason to lie to you. I mean, they're going to be upfront. If there's a PFAS problem, they're upfront. They're telling you now. But I would say, if you have questions, call the municipality and say, what is the processes? What do we do to make sure the the water is safe and go from there.
Now I got to worry about the lead pipes too, though, Greg.
Well, yeah, you should always worry about the lead pipes. You shouldn't start worrying about them now. But we are talking to Henry Redmond from the Wisconsin Examiner about his article. I think this is good news. It is compromise. Yeah. It is bipartisan about taking care of the PFAS mitigation bills that went through the Assembly, are awaiting the Senate, and then will be on the governor's desk. Now, we were talking about this earlier. You said you had opinions on cold cuts, Henry. Go.
Okay, so on a sandwich, I want like a spicy salami, crisp it up like bacon, and then put it on like a panini. If we're just eating cold cuts straight, there's a local butcher in my neighborhood, Meat People here in Madison, that makes a lamb salami, kind of gyro mix that is funky and definitely not for everybody, but I'm a big fan.
I think salami and bacon, I'm just worried you're not getting enough sodium there. You might want to add some salt to that. And yeah, I'm kind of with you.
I don't on a sandwich. The salami crisps up like bacon.
Okay. Because salami is one of the only ones I can really tolerate. I can't eat bologna anymore. Turkey's okay, but salami, there's something about salami, mustard, and maybe a slice of cheddar cheese. It'll take you home every day.
Okay. Wow. See,
Henry, would it kill you to write an article about cold cuts?
I mean, I'm writing about ag pretty regularly. It's not that far of a leap to get to processed beef.
Well, we will have this article in our show notes as well as a link to all of Henry's work at the Wisconsin Examiner. And heck, Dom, while you're in it, throw in Meet the People. Meet People? Is it called Meet the People?
Meet People, yeah.
Meet People. I'm going to be in Madison next month, so I'm definitely going to hit that up. That is for darn sure. Henry, thank you so much for being here tonight. We appreciate your time and your thoughts on the story.
Great. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Henry.
When we come back, we are going to be talking about the question of the day. What is your favorite cold cuts in celebration of National Cold Cuts Day, as well as a great conversation with comedian Kristen Toomey, all in the second hour after the news. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach on the Civic Media Network. Dom is in Madison. Thank you so much, folks. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Stay close. All right. Thank you so much, Henry. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, great work. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. Great. Good. We talked about PFAS for a long time on Matt and Aaron here. I'm glad this is finally moving towards a solution. So, again, thank you so much. And we'll hopefully talk to you sooner than later.
Yeah. Have a good night.
All right. Thanks, you too.
Henry.
Have a good night.
All right. We got ourselves.
Man, this fader has been amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Are you being facetious?
I'm being, sarcastic.
Okay.
Facetious.
Yeah, it came across. It's just weird for you to give a compliment to something like that without being sarcastic.
Wow, what a great fader. Oh, my God.
Exactly.
I love it when listeners tell me what I should and shouldn't say on the air. That's great.
Where's that?
It's in the comments.
Text line?
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I'm going to eat those tacos anymore. Oh, my goodness. Just not used to eating food like that.
Kim, I can't read that on the air. I did just watch a reel where the guys go and they ask for the goofy names from like customer service people. I am so immature. Like I laugh so hard at those. I even laugh at the guy laughing that he just told the guy, it's so silly.
I'm looking for a man to hug and kiss.
Right. That's a harmless one. Yeah, that one's great. What is Cam's deal?
I don't know. It's
Cam, what's your deal, dude?
I think I'm going to go home tonight. I'm going to slap another coat of gloss on my guitar body. I got to get that finished some year.
What in the heck?
I'm finishing an amazing puzzle I've started.
How many pieces?
$1,500.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. It's an 80s puzzle.
It's an 80s puzzle?
Yep. So it has just a bunch of random like graphics of 80s stuff, music, any types of media, food, anything.
Have you ever put together one of those puzzles just like blank black or white or one solid color?
No, that would be so hard. Oh my!
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about that. That's terrible. Yeah, it makes it easier because there's so much colors. You know, I like all the variety. She can do it.
I bought Bridget a puzzle this past Christmas. Great Gatsby. She loves the Great Gatsby.
Oh, I love the Great Gatsby too. That's a puzzle.
I found a great puzzle in Madison, and that's one of the things.
Nice.
That's one of the things, people. When it's maybe that could be the tip of the night. Because always be listening when your partner says, "Oh, I like that." Write it down immediately.
Dude, I am the worst
Yeah.
gift getter. And I do try. And then I sit there at gift exchanges and I'm like, oh man, that's awesome. Why didn't I think, it's embarrassing. I'm going to check my, the equipment he just delivered. I'll be right back.
Alrighty. All right, Greg, we're going to come back in 3 minutes.
Okay. Just reading the text line. It's a very interesting night.
Yes, very.
Okay, I'm going to go away.
Sweet.
Trying to make sense of the world? You've got Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach.
Call our toll-free number now.
Headlines, culture, and real conversation.
And now, our feature presentation.
Here's Pete and Greg.
All right. Welcome back to Nite Lite, folks. You're just in time for Act 2 of the Pete and Greg Fun Show. Is that better than Nite Lite? I don't know. The Pete and Greg Fun Show? Does that have will that resonate?
They're not going to make new graphics at this point.
Welcome back. We had a lot of fun. Hour number 1, talking to our new friend, Henry Redmond, who is a Wisconsin Examiner reporter, talking about PFAS. That is all available in hour number 1 in podcast form. If you go to civicmedia.us, you can also hear Greg and I talking a little bit about cold cuts, talking to Dom about this and that. Dom, we're doing a pretty good job of including you. Would you say that's accurate?
Yeah. You
feel
definitely are.
okay?
Yeah, I feel involved, and I'm excited to be. I'm always excited to be on this show. All right, I always have the hype. All right,
just checking. Just checking in with you.
So the check did clear. Good to know. Good to know. All right.
Correct.
Good to know. Good to know.
Oh, lots of fun coming up this hour, too. Comedian Kristen Toomey will be here. The very funny Kristen Toomey. Yes. I will say, Greg, one of my best friends is comedian Mike Toomey. They're both Chicagoans, no relation, as I understand it. And I just became familiar recently with Kristen Toomey's comedy stylings, and she is hilarious.
If there was another one with the same last name, it wouldn't be Toomey anymore, it'd be Three Me, right? It'd be like...
Do you still do stand-up?
No.
Three Me. John Three Me. I love that. That's a 3-tiered show right there. Headliner, middle act, and feature and opener. So we did that. What else did we do, Greg? We did the question of the night. We had our big 3 things. It's all available, folks, if you want to catch the first hour. So go to civicmedia.us. Dom, I think it's time we got to reintroduce our question of the night.
Let's talk about the question.
Okay, question.
Question.
Pregunta.
Question.
Okay, I have a question. Questions?
This question.
Domanda.
Question.
Questions.
Well, it is National Cold Cut Day, and it's about time. So how do you feel about cold cuts, and what is your favorite, if you have one?
How do you feel about cold cut meats? Yeah,
the cured meats. It's a whole family. I'm going to be honest. I put on social media no cold cuts. I don't ever have to eat them. I don't think they're particularly healthy. Not that I'm a picture of health, but I love a good, if it's made in the right deli with some good Italian seasoning or dressing or something. I love a good cold cut sandwich, but I never make it at home. I never make a sandwich like that at home. Oh, what about you, Greg? I don't know.
So I don't make a lot of sandwiches at home anymore, but when I did, it would usually be a turkey or a nice slice of London broil, which is a cold cut. I feel like people sleep on.
That's not a cold cut, is it?
It's not. It's a piece of shaved meat. I mean, it looks like every other piece of shaved. Good. Yeah, a piece of London broil with a slice of Munster. Oh my goodness gracious. Right. I also grew up every single day in school, Monday through Friday. I always had a bologna sandwich, so I'm adept at but now for me, I would say because I don't partake in cold cuts a lot, I always gravitate towards a good pastrami. Yes.
Yeah.
I love a pastrami.
I do too. I will say, like, I say cold cuts kind of gross me out, but if you heat it up like an Italian beef sandwich, forget about it.
Yeah.
Love it. Pastrami, a good Reuben sandwich. Love it. It's the cold, because I'm with you. Like when I was growing up, I had a bologna sandwich, and at some point I just looked at it and I went, that's really gross. And I don't know when that happened. But hey, Dom, do we have that clip? To me, okay, first I want to preface this by saying the word bologna is funny.
Because it's not spelled the way it sounds.
It's
Bologna.
Bologna. So one of my funniest TV characters singing about bologna. Here you go, Dom.
My bologna has a first name. It's H-O-M-E-R. My bologna has a second name. It's H-O-M-E-R.
That's it.
He's just so stupid.
Look at you. What's funny is that I grew up with the bologna sandwiches, the packaged bologna you got at the grocery store. But it wasn't until last year when I went to Memphis, Tennessee, and I had a bologna sandwich, barbecued like Tennessee style, and it was like nearly an inch thick bologna. It was it was amazing, and I wanted to eat and they were not cheap, and I was like, I ate it and I said, I want another one right now. It was so good. Bridget listening right now, texting in, saying turkey breast with mayo and veggies. Okay.
Oh yeah, I could roll with that.
I like that a lot. Stacy Sue Johnson says shaved hard salami. That just doesn't.
That sounds horrible.
Hey, Stacy, live your life.
I know.
You enjoy that.
I shouldn't say that. I think initially I think mustard is the savior of cold cuts because that's what I used to have on bologna. And to me, the mustard was such a pungent taste that I could muscle down the bologna. But like I said, hard salami or salami, it's got the little white specks in it that's basically fat, right? Mm-hmm. So that I was kind of like, but like I said, you put a piece of cheddar cheese or some mustard on that, it's outstanding. JB Thompson on the stream says, is there a national day for everything? Yes.
Yes. Yep.
He says cold cut platter was the predecessor to pizza for company award parties. Thank you for all that. Thank you for all that you do. Enjoy a bologna sandwich. That's horrible.
Right. Pete's been working here for 35 years. Here's a watch and a sandwich.
It's a bologna sandwich. And
Trumpet
then,
Joe.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Crackus ham. Oh, Crackus ham. That's a high end type of ham. That's like boar's head type of ham. Crackus ham.
I don't think I know that.
It's a label.
Yeah. Okay.
But we have some calls on the line too. We got Ollie in the Northwoods. Ollie, good to hear from you, friend. What say you about the question of the night?
Well, Pete stole my answer. I was going to sing you the Oscar Mayer song.
Please do. Come on, Ollie. You can still sing it.
My bologna has a first name. It's BOLGNA. My bologna has a second name. It's OSCAR.
Yeah. Thank you, Ollie. We needed that.
That was much better than Homer Simpson, Ollie. Very well done.
Thank you so much, Ollie. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for calling in.
I love Ollie.
There are some on here the list. So like olive loaf is considered a cold cut. Liverwurst, I cannot do liverwurst. Sorry, I grew up with
like the pimento loaf.
No,
what is appealing
disgusting
about that? What was going on in the boardroom? We've got a really gross meat here. Let's put something even grosser to take away the attention from the gross foundation of the sandwich. I don't understand.
Guys, we have a problem here. We have a ton of ham laying around, and not the good ham either. It's shiny, sweaty ham. And we have about 32 pounds of olives, green pimento stuffed olives. What do we do? And then one guy in the back goes, get ready to start printing money.
Blender.
Yeah.
Dave on the stream says hard salami or pastrami. Yeah, those are probably my two too. That's a good choice, Dave.
I love it. But what's also on this list? I'm gonna look it up right now while we take another call. Cindy from Appleton is on the line. Cindy, what say you about cold cuts?
Well, I usually turn mine into a hot cut because I make a ham and cheese grilled ham.
There
and
you
cheese
go.
Sandwich.
Delicious.
Yeah.
That's the best thing to do to a cut that is cold. Cook it. Make it hot.
Make it a hot cut.
Yeah.
I like a good. Henry was talking about it before. I love a good panini. You just like there's something about a panini is super super delicious. One of the things that is listed because I looked it up on the Googles, and it said, "Thank you so much, by the way, Cindy, for calling.
Thank you,
really
Cindy.
appreciate hearing from you." Types of common cold cuts is also head cheese.
Oh, that's really gross.
Which, do you know what head cheese is, Dom? By the look on your face, you don't.
No, I was just going to ask, what is
Would you
head
like
cheese?
a definition of what head cheese is, my friend?
Yes, give it to me.
Do you have a bucket around you?
Or a puke bag, that'll work.
Yeah, something like that. Or just into
I
your
have a
hand
garbage
or into your thrifted sweatshirt there.
Just don't puke on the board.
This is a definition by the Googlays. Head cheese is a terrine of meat jelly made from flesh of a calf's or pig's head set in aspic and is not a dairy cheese.
Somehow, what you just described is not as gross as the word head cheese.
Yeah. I don't know. Terrine, aspic, jelly. No, thank you.
Yeah,
but
you
it's a
don't
cold
need to
cut.
mix those.
Yeah, it's a cold cut.
Mike Desitel on social media says, I'm normally just a bologna guy, but I'll never turn down the cotto salami. You can keep your olive loaf. That's where he draws the line.
Oh,
Tim Baker says head cheese in all caps. That's very important.
Disgusting.
Dick on social media says, my bologna is a first name. It's OSCAR. My bologna is a second name, MAYER. Oh, I love it. Eat it every. He just kind of typed the song. That's
We're
not
going to
much
get
of a
sued by the
response,
Oscar Mayer company. We're just going to get sued for copyright infringement.
You better.
What do you feel? Okay, so this to me, I know it's a cold cut, and but to me, it's one of the fanciest of cold cuts, and that is a prosciutto.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's less gross for some reason. I don't know why.
Prosciutto wrapped around a piece of string cheese.
I
sounds
put
good.
string cheese right up there with bologna. I'm not a fan.
I'm sorry, what? What did you just
Especially when people eat it, like when they just put it in their mouth like it's a hot dog and take a bite. I understand peeling
The things that upset you are so weird.
I'm an
You're
individualist.
upset by people eating cheese. So, okay, let me get this right, Mr. Individualist. You want everyone to eat string cheese the way you eat it,
I
Mr.
don't want to
Individualist.
No. I don't want to see people eating string cheese, ideally. But if they have to do it, that's what I prefer. And I don't think I'm asking too much. Maybe
Tucker,
we can get Henry.
Senior producer Tucker says, "Boo, string cheese all the way." Thank you, Tucker. I'm glad you at least have some taste and brains in this operation. My goodness,
everyone's against me.
So it's just okay. I'm on this now. Okay, so string cheese. So you don't like string cheese? You don't like the people who eat string cheese? You don't like kids? Dogs? You like dogs too?
Just not puppies. I like dogs. I do not like puppies. I got no use for puppies or kittens. Daniel Wheeler on the social media says, much like Happy Gilmore, I enjoy the cold cut combo from Subway. Okay. Sean Boyce says, gabagool, soprano style. Oh, he goes Italian. He makes it ethnic. See what he did there?
Capicola. I always feel like I'm saying Capicola wrong and I'm insulting Italian, but is it because Capicola? It doesn't sound like it should be said like that. Because
that is true. It is actually said like that because I worked at Jimmy John's and that's what they said. They said use Capicola, so I know it is Capicola. Okay?
Jimmy John's is our barometer for Italian interpretation of culture and food.
Dude, you're Italian too, Dom, and you're deferring to Jimmy John's.
I worked there for so long. I gotta keep up with my cold cuts.
Scott on social media says my wife's comments on my clothing styles are the best cold cuts. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Ian on social media says the spicy taste of a cold scimitar blade in the guts of me enemies. Yar. Okay, actually, a nice lean corned beef. Oh, I forgot about corned beef.
Yeah, corned beef is always good. Mm-hmm.
He says, every cardiologist within 10 miles of me looks up suddenly when I bite into it and says, there is a disturbance in the force. He had to work Star Wars into it. You had me, Ian, and then you lost me with the Star Wars.
String cheese, kittens, puppies, and Star Wars.
Look, if I had a nickel for every time I sat in a movie theater watching Star Wars and someone was eating string cheese the wrong way, I'd be a rich man. So there you go. We got some. Richard says bologna, beef. Not the chicken turkey Frankenstein version.
I'm so confused by that. Okay. All right. Well. When we come back, the fantastic Kristen Toomey will be here talking about comedy in Chicago. Her show's coming up this weekend, but don't go anywhere. Stick around. You are listening to Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach here on the Civic Media Network. Stay tuned and stay close.
No string cheese.
All right, we're back.
Good evening, Kristen Toomey.
Hi, how are you guys?
Hi, Kristen.
Doing well. Yourself?
Good. You guys were giving me the meat sweats with all that.
We're sorry for that.
No, we're not. It's fine.
I'm too full. I just had Chipotle, and you guys kept listing all that stuff. I was like, oh, no. How are you?
Doing well. All right.
It's good to meet you. I've heard so many things about you. And Jim McHugh is like, she's the funniest comedian right now. So we're thrilled to have you here. It's great.
Well, thank you. I'm excited to be on. Thanks for having me. This lighting makes me look ill. I'm not. It's just...
Oh, yeah. I mean, right now, like everything is my forehead. It's just my forehead right now. My 5 head.
Maybe that's better.
You're fine.
Too intense.
Totally fine.
But this isn't a visual thing anyway.
Well, we're on the live stream. People can watch the live stream right now, but most people are listening on the radio.
Okay, cool.
And it's all FCC compliant, whether we're on the live stream or on the radio. So I just want to remind people of that as well. We come back in about a minute, and then Dom here in Madison is our tech guy. He will be giving hand signals when that's 3 minutes too. And then when he's doing that, that means if you're talking, just wrap it up because we have hard breaks, and then we'll be good to go.
Okay.
All right.
This is probably a lot to throw at you. Dom is also an air traffic controller, so do your best to figure out what hand signals he's giving you when.
He also worked at Jimmy John's, so he knows everything about Italy.
He's in the dugout. He does all the baseball stuff, too.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Lots of practice.
Yeah.
All right. We got about 30 seconds, guys.
All right. Welcome back to Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. My name is Greg Bach. Across the table from me, in a manner of speaking, is Mr. Pete Schwaba, and we are here for you on the Civic Media Network. We got Dom Lee in Madison on the ones and twos, and you can be part of the conversation. Call or text. The number is 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. Leave a comment on the live stream. We're currently streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and the platform we still call Twitter. Very happy to have you here tonight. You can also lodge a thought, question, complaint about cold cuts. Pete has many on regarding cold cuts, especially don't get him started on string cheese, apparently, because that's a thing. But
it should just be part of something else. It should be on a cracker or something. Cheese on its own. Like I had blue cheese today on a salad. It was great. I wouldn't take a fistful of blue cheese and muscle it down, though.
All right.
Really? Okay.
This is a whole new facet, a whole new side. Like you just look at plain old cheese by itself, and you're like, get off my property.
Yeah. Not a fan.
All right. Well, maybe you'll be a fan of our next guest. She is a comedian from Chicago. She's appearing this Saturday at Q's Bar and River Deck in Prairie du Sac at 8 p.m. Please welcome to the show Chicago's very own Kristen Toomey. Good evening, Kristen. How are you this evening?
Hello, fellas. How are you? You guys were giving me the meat sweats with all that talk.
Yeah. I shouldn't even be talking either. I had tacos for lunch, and I'm so full, but I'm like, pastrami is really delicious.
Oh,
you said you ate a Chipotle. What's your Chipotle order, Kristen?
Well, today I got a veggie bowl, but normally I get the chicken bowl. But I feel like they're weird with the chicken lately.
What do you mean?
You used to get like one scary piece of
Yes.
chicken. And now I feel like the bowls are like 90% the scary pieces. And so I just went full veggie with the black bean today.
Have you gotten their vegan meat option? I can't remember the name of it. But
Impossible.
It's very delicious. I've had it many, many times.
I feel
No
like
scary pieces.
no scary pieces. Maybe I'll check it out. Yeah.
There is nothing worse when you bite into a piece of chicken grizzle. That it's kind of like the chicken having the last laugh. It's so horrible. It is the worst feeling. I'm sure there's worse feelings, but I'm with you totally. Veggie all the way, baby.
Nope, that's the worst feeling. Pete Schwaba said it right here. There are no worse feelings than biting into some chicken and being
They used to do
thoroughly
that at Gitmo. Here, eat
inconvenienced.
this. Yeah, exactly. Kristen, it's great to have you here.
Yeah.
Tell us about this show. You got this great show coming up in Prairie du Sac at Q's Bar in River Deck, March 7th, as Greg mentioned. What will that be like for people? Do you have a couple comics going up in front of you? Have you worked there before?
I think I have Jim McHugh and Des Maloney.
Des Mulrooney, sure.
Rooney, Little Cutie. I think he played like Doug Stanhope in a movie, didn't he? Something like that.
He did. It was funny because I played a club owner in that movie.
Did you?
And I used to be a comedian, so I got to take out all my aggression on every club owner I ever did not like. That's who I based the character on. But Des plays the lead role. Stanhope, I guess, is the lead role. Des played his kid. And I was only on the set for like a day, but they were both great. And Des is a good guy, and Stanhope was really funny. So
great, yeah. So he's on the show, and then me. I'll be closing it out, and I have never been to Q's Bar, so I'm excited to head up that way and see how it goes.
How long have you been doing stand-up? Because I mean, I got to know you through the Chicago scene before I was. How long have you been doing stand-up now?
I'm going on 18 years almost.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Just keeping busy. And this year I had a special come out. It's on Apple TV. It's called Shriller.
Yeah.
People can watch that. It's on Comedy Dynamics. And yeah, it's been going, keeping busy.
Yeah. Do you work Wisconsin frequently, or have you been here several times?
I work Wisconsin pretty often. I was just up in West Bend, and I'll do like Kenosha or Madison. But yeah, I love Wisconsin. I feel like I get a great response from the rooms I do, and oh my gosh! So I was booked at this brewery in Kenosha on that Bears Packers game.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
And I thought no one's going to be at this show.
Mm-hmm.
It says it's closed for a private event, and there's people in there. So I'm thinking, oh, wow, people showed up. I walk in, And I noticed there's poster boards with pictures of this person all over it. And then I start to notice that people are crying and that there's a projector. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a funeral.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, where am I going to go up? What am I going to open with? And I don't see any other comedians. So I go up to the owner and I said, when does the comedy show start? And he looked at me like, are you insane? This is clearly a funeral. And I got the wrong day.
Oh,
I just showed up at this person's funeral and asked, what time do I go up? And the fact that I was going to do it is the problem.
That's dedication. That's
comedy way too long where I'm like, what do I open with?
Well, I will say this. If you're having a funeral or a wake or a memorial service in a brewery, I say you are right to go up and say, hey, maybe you weren't booked, but you could even be like, hey, I'll do 15 for you. Get everyone laughing.
I was thinking this person must have really loved comedy. My goodness.
That's so great. And I would have been too embarrassed to say I got the date wrong. I would have said, well, John was a very good friend of mine. Went up, kneeled down, said a prayer, and bailed,
We're going to talk more with Kristen Toomey on the other side of the break, but don't go anywhere. We are here on the Civic Media Network. You are listening to Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. That's us, Damas and Madison. If you want to give a call or text 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. Leave a comment on the live stream. Let us know about your favorite cold cut. We're still taking information. We're still taking opinions on it, too. I mean, Pete's got a lot of hard opinions on these foods, but
forget it.
Yeah, he's over.
Or if you have a question for Kristen, let us know.
Yes, of course. If you want her to play your funeral, that's a possibility. But don't go anywhere. You're listening to Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach here on the Civic Media Network. Stay tuned. Stay close. All right. We come back in about 5 minutes. Sorry, Dom, I didn't mean to step on your...
No worries. No worries at all.
Dom was about to educate us about Italians.
About my air traffic control instructions.
I learned everything about The Godfather from watching Jimmy John's TV.
Wait,
we come back...
On an app? I'm gathering.
Say again now?
Sorry. Is this on an app?
You can listen to it on the Civic Media app live right now. So you can watch us live on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. You can listen to it live on Civic Media's app or on the radio.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. So,
how long have you guys been doing this?
This is a brand new show for us. Well, Pete's been doing this show, like this time frame, for what, 3 years now?
Just a little over 2 years. And I was kind of making some inquiries about you, Kristen, because I had heard about you and I wanted to have you on. But Greg, this was a great, this worked out really well. But yeah, this is only, what is it, Greg, our 7th show or 6th or 7th show?
Show 7 for me, show 6 for you, because someone needed a Friday night off, I guess. So I'll always have one more show ahead of you until I take a break.
I am. Yeah,
Aww.
Exactly.
This is a brand new version, Nite Lite 2.0. We began it last Monday, and it's been going... I've been having a good time. So
good, nice. And how long is the show? I see it's already been going an hour and a half, right?
Yeah. We go until 7.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
2 hours. It's like a hobby.
That's a good hobby.
Yeah. We do for a hobby. I talk on the radio. People have to listen to my voice. It's amazing.
What part of Chicago are you in, Kristen?
I'm by O'Hare, so I'm just outside the city.
Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
Not too bad. And it's such a straight shot to get in. I can get into Wisconsin in 45 minutes. I can get into the city in 45 minutes and Indiana in 45 minutes. So I'm
nice.
Wow.
Yeah, kind of in the middle of everything.
And you're by the airport. It was when we I grew up in Portage Park, and nice. My wife and I lived in Jefferson Park for about 3 years, and there was a condo. Do you know where the Bally's is on Cumberland? Right off the Kennedy. Well, there was a condo there for sale for it was like a 3-bedroom condo, 2 bathrooms for like $100,000. in 91, maybe.
Oh, okay. In 91.
Yeah. It's like,
I was like, let me go get that real quick.
it's one of those things where I've replayed in my head over and over. And the same thing within LA. We missed a great deal. And it's like, I roll over in bed at night. I'm so mad I missed out on it's probably worth like $1 million right now.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. At least a $500,000 probably.
Yeah.
Oh well. You want
yeah.
over there anyway.
Exactly.
Make you feel better about it.
And you're not related to Mike Toomey, which I find interesting.
No.
Yeah, he's one of my best friends.
I love Mike, and I've worked with him before. And actually, my dad's name is Mike Toomey. And when he was the chief of police, and when my dad retired, they hired the comedian Mike Toomey. This is like 1990 something.
Wow.
Perform at his retirement party. So my dad didn't really think I was doing comedy until I worked with Mike Toomey. Then that was like, oh, okay, you're legit now.
Oh, that's so cool.
What's it like having a dad who's the chief of police of, Chicago?
Well, not of Chicago, of 2 suburbs, and then he was the chief of investigations for DuPage County.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah, it was still, I was a terrible delinquent because I didn't live with him. So I had to, I was very rebellious against it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Wow.
We have a bunch of cops in my family. My uncle was the chief of police of Milwaukee Village.
Okay.
That's right, folks. I can fix a ticket in a 3,000 person municipality.
Yeah.
Not anymore. He's retired.
My one uncle was a prison guard, and then the other uncle was a sergeant, and then my dad was the chief, and
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we just have a bunch of cops in my family. Just tons of them.
Yeah, just Irish Catholic cops. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
No. There were all
guys,
cops kids in like Portage Park. They were all cops kids.
Oh, I bet.
And some fire kids,
Yeah.
All right, 20 seconds, guys.
All right. Welcome back to Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach here on the Civic Media Network. My name is Greg Bach, and across the table from me, in a manner of speaking, is Pete Schwaba, and we are here for you until 7 p.m., and you can always be part of the conversation. 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. Leave a comment on the live stream. You can always get a hold of us on Facebook, YouTube, or the platform we still call Twitter. Still time to register your thoughts on cold cuts. National Cold Cuts Day. What are your ideas, your likes, dislikes, your very weird beliefs on string cheese? Let us know. I'd love to hear from you. And also, you can also send a question to our guest. Comedian Kristen Toomey is here tonight. She is our second guest this evening. She will be performing at Q's Bar and River Deck in Prairie du Sac this Saturday at 8 p.m. I have been told, though, via the live stream, if you want to get tickets, get them now, because as of today, there are merely 4 seats remaining of this 80-seat venue. Anticipation for the show is building. So, basically, it's like a sellout, in my opinion. You're 4 seats away from a sellout, Kristen.
Wonderful. Maybe you could sit lap up. I don't know. Sit on someone's lap.
There you go.
That's almost like Zany's, an 80-seat venue. That's intimate. Do you like that, Kristen? When you're doing comedy, if it's on an outdoor festival or something, do you like a more intimate setting?
Yeah, I do. I think as long as it's not, too intimate. Nobody's there.
In your living room, yeah.
One time I was doing a club in Peoria, and only one person showed up. So I just sat in the lobby and talked to her for 45 minutes. That was my whole set. But that was 10 years ago. But I prefer small, 80, 100, maybe 200, even up to 3. It's nice. You can still kind of connect with people. But doing the big rooms, and that's fun every once in a while, just for the thrill of it and the experience, hearing that big laugh.
Mm-hmm.
But I prefer, anywhere from 50 to 200 is probably the sweet spot.
Yeah. Pete brought up outdoor festival or something. What does your heart say to you? Like, what happens inside your brain when someone says, "Oh, the show is outdoors"?
Oh no, yeah.
Or you're opening for a band.
Oh, I've done that. It's so hard.
Yeah.
I've done that indoors. Even opening for a band is really hard. But outdoors, I remember I did Oddball Festival years ago, and they put me on the stage in the parking lot. People are just walking by into the venue and me, and it was like Big J Okerson and, a couple other comedians on this parking lot stage, and people are just like glancing over. The laughs are just going into the ether, and it's pretty, it toughens you up. It's like running underwater. If you can get anything in that situation, you're doing great.
Do you work the road a lot? I remember in the 90s, you could work all year and not leave Chicago. And that was one of the perks to being there, but then nobody ever sees you outside of Chicago. Where do you travel to, and where are your favorite cities to work if you have one?
Well, I do love Chicago. I always feel like I can trust the audience here so much, on new material. And, but I love the Midwest. I mean, I do all the Midwest rooms and enjoy that. I love Canada, Winnipeg. I was just there doing Rumors, which is a fantastic club. And I really like Canadians. I have a little kink for Canadian men. I love them. They're very attractive to me. So I love a Canadian man. And but I'll go anywhere. That's the thing, anywhere. I have to just perform in new places all the time.
I don't mean to belabor the Canadian man thing, but what is it about the Canadian man? Is it the educated Canadian man, the guy in the Canadian Rockies? What kind of, because I remember I work Canada, and I like all Canadians and the men.
Me too. I like the women too. But I think there's just something about their humor that I appreciate, and they're kind, but not weak, like their kindness is a strength. And I think, and obviously I'm generalizing, but just in my head, I think they're kind of rugged and resourceful in a way that's attractive. And I think the way their country is set up, it's just more like compassionate in some ways that I find attractive.
Great answer.
Yeah, it's a great. I when it comes to like the hierarchy of the funniest people, I always find that like New Zealanders, Australians, the English, Canadians, people from there, like a lot of folks from African countries, their humor is just there's such a dryness to their humor. Their jokes come out of nowhere, and you're just like, oh, that was really funny. And you said that without even like thinking about it. It just came out of your system. Whereas I'm sitting here like, be the funniest person, and I'm never the funniest person ever, but they're just funny by default.
Yeah. It's funny because I was just, helping with the stand-up class at DePaul University last night with students there. And as a high school dropout, I always get a kick out of walking in there with a little smirk that I'm helping the professor. But anyway, I was trying to tell the students, like, every comedian or every comic has a rhythm. And I noticed, like, to your point, and it's like finding your own rhythm. And other cultures, their comedy has different rhythms. And if you listen to it, you can hear, like Australia, they'll have like different pauses, and the laughs come in different spots, and it's all over the world. So it's really interesting. And I think I have an ear for the Canadian one.
Yeah.
Our guest is Kristen Toomey, folks. You can see her at Q's Bar in Riverdeck, March 7th in Prairie du Sac, Wisconsin. Showtime is at 8 p.m. There were 4 seats available about 7 minutes ago. I don't know if they're still available, but move fast, people. You can check out her comedy special, Kristen Toomey Shriller, on Apple TV, and it looks like a few other platforms as well. Who makes you laugh, Kristen? Like when you're flipping around the dial at night and a comedian comes on, who would you not turn off?
I would, there's quite a few. And I'm one of the few comedians that actually probably watches comedy still. Even after all these years, I still really need it sometimes. And I admire it and respect it. But I would say Cat Williams is always somebody that makes me laugh. I'm just in awe of this guy, Chris Fleming. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's a newer comedian, but you got to look him up. He just had a special come out on HBO a couple days ago. It's doing fantastic. But I saw him on my birthday in a small room at Lincoln Lodge last year when he was running his hour the night before he taped it. And he's just so brilliant. And so he's definitely somebody that you should look out for and check out.
Who outside of comedy are the people you go to for the funniest world? Like, is it parents? Is it kids? Is it, friends? Like, I find that making my family laugh so hard is like the best thing for me. Like, I love making an audience laugh, but making my family laugh, I'm like, oh, I think I might be funny because they're laughing and I'm not even trying right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'll make a lady at the grocery store laugh. I love to laugh. That's how I connect with people. I really feel close to somebody if I'm laughing with them. That's really like my favorite thing in life. So, but the best, I'm lucky. I grew up with a lot of very funny people in my friend group in high school, very talented artists that were very funny, creatives. And, so my kids are very funny. Both of them have unique sense of humor, a little bit different than mine, but I appreciate them. Very quick-witted and yeah, my parents both are funny in their own way. My mom insists that she's funny. I don't know that she.
I'm funny, damn it.
She's very cinematic. I want to say she's very dramatic kind of person, and my dad is funny though.
Yeah,
there's nothing better than funny kids. Funny kids are like, it's kind of a bonus. Like, you're not expecting your kids to make you laugh so much. So I totally agree with you there. Let me ask you this. Is it easier for women now to work the road? Because I remember in the 90s, I always felt like, oh my God, I would not want to be a woman sharing a condo with other guy comics, because I don't want to generalize either, but some of them were just pigs. And I remember club owners saying like, well, I'm going to put you in a hotel because sometimes the guys might want to walk around and they're all together. That was a direct quote from a club owner. So they had to now she was probably better off in a hotel, but it's just like, what on earth has it gotten any better?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the condos are probably like pretty much gone now.
Okay.
I think everybody's doing Airbnbs or hotel rooms. And I think it's better in that way. Like, I don't have to worry about, although I have shared Airbnb with strange features and they've been wonderful. The men, it's like, they were great. But yeah, I think it is a little bit better than, I don't know what those women went through. I don't know how they did that, but I think it's also a little scary to travel alone as a woman, just in general. You have to keep your head on a swivel. And I have like my parents I check in with and people I check in with if I'm alone. And I do prefer like a hotel for safety reasons and things like that. But most of the time I'm hanging out with the comics, and I feel like comics nowadays, I feel safe around them. I never feel like I'm in an awkward situation. And, it helps to be sober. I'm a sober person, so I'm not, hanging out after and making a mess. And so that helps.
Yeah. There is something to be said too about just like, you're done with the show, you've shaken all the hands, you've said goodnight, and then you're like, I'm going back to the hotel room. And it's like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. You're like, I'm going to bed now. This is going to be great. I can't wait. I mean,
I've got like a skincare routine now.
Yeah.
I'm in my pajamas at 11 o'clock and I've got, I'm listening to music and playing solitaire in the bed, and I'm not out doing anything. Maybe I'll get a Snickers bar if I'm feeling like really wild. That's where I'm at.
So who did you grow up watching, Kristen? Like, was there a moment, and a twofold question. Who was your idol when you were younger when it came to comedy? Not your family, an actual comedian. And when was that moment that you knew, I can do this?
Well, my idol growing up was Lucille Ball, obviously. I was home a lot, sick as a kid, and so I would just watch her all day. And I think it really got in there in almost like a cable guy kind of way. And then I remember sneaking in to see Paula Poundstone at the local community college. I was 8 years old, and that was the first time I had seen anybody do stand-up. Yeah. And I watched from the catwalk in the theater, and she was doing crowd work, and I thought she had planted those people. I didn't know how she was doing. it was so brilliant. And I mean, if you go back and watch her crowd work, was amazing in the 80s.
Yes.
And I was just blown away by that. But as far as like me thinking when I could do it, I mean, I was a very shy person, and performing was very like, I would get very nervous and shy, and I wouldn't audition for things. So that was earned. This confidence is earned over these years. But, you know, I'm still not sure if I could do it some days. So I don't know when it clicked. I don't know. I just keep doing it regardless of how I feel about it. Yeah.
Well, if you live in the Prairie du Sac area and you are act right now, you can see Kristen this Saturday at Q's Bar and River Deck in Prairie du Sac this Saturday at 8 p.m. Get your tickets before they're gone. They're almost gone. Kristen Toomey, thank you so much for being here tonight. We really appreciate you, and I love talking to you.
Thank you guys so much. And this is great. I can't wait to watch this all the time now. I love it.
Please.
Put it on your credits. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kristen.
All right. When we come back, a handy tip from Pete and Greg. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach here on the Civic Media Radio Network. Dom Lee in Madison. Stay tuned. Stay close. Get lucky. All right, Kristen, thank you so much.
That was so fun. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
You are so funny. Thank you for being on this show and blow the roof off the dump in Prairie du Sac. I think it's just great. Thank you so much, Kristen.
Thank you guys. Have a good night. All right.
And then you just do me a favor when you're you can just hit that orange button at the bottom of the screen, and that way it will upload the video and audio to a high resolution.
Wait, what button?
There's an orange button at the bottom of that screen right now with a little arrow pointing to the right.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you see it?
The leave
Hit
this
that
button?
Yep. Hit that button and you're good to go.
Okay, great.
All right. See ya.
Right, bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Bye. There we go.
Okay.
She's so funny. That joke
really
she
funny.
does in her act, the one I watched today, she does a joke about prison gay.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Oh, funny.
Well, that was the thing I wanted to talk about too, is I couldn't get to it, was the fact that like who she is like in this interview talking versus who she is on stage. Like she is just, there's so much energy in her performance. There's so much, like there's a lot happening, and it's, she is a powerhouse.
Yeah, she's great. That was fun. What is the tip, Greg? What did you decide?
The tip's going to be listening for present ideas. I know it's very dumb, but it just came to me. I
like it.
Yeah. The silly stories like are fun, but this one kind of hit me. I'm like, you know what? There we go. And
it's okay to make people cry. Let's get a little emotional here at the end.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. Let's dig deep.
All right, and then I got the lineup for tomorrow. And
Oh, I got two quick social media texts I forgot to read. I'll read those two.
Okay. I feel like I am like 1,000 pounds because of those tacos.
It's the second time you brought it up.
It's the fourth time I brought it up. Seriously.
Sometimes you eat something, it stays with you like for
Yeah,
long.
it does, and I just want it to go away. My tummers is feeling terrifically gross.
Pete, did your microphone switch at all?
Yeah, you sound like you're not talking through your microphone anymore.
Something might have
knock off for the night, guys. Yes, it did. It's not good.
There it goes.
Perfect.
Okay. How the hell that happened?
Much better technology.
I got a nice PC here. I'm going to set up. Maybe I should just start using it tomorrow and bite the bullet and be clumsy for a while.
All right, guys, we have 20 seconds.
All right.
eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle.
Welcome back to Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. My name is Greg Bach. Across the table, in a manner of speaking, is Mr. Pete Schwaba. We have Dom Lee in Madison on the ones and twos. And we're happy that you are joining us this evening. We're almost out of here, but don't go anywhere. There's still more programming ahead. Great stuff here on Civic Media. If you ever want to catch up, go to civicmedia.us/shows. Find your favorite show like Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach. You can download episodes, take them with you wherever you go. You can also download the Civic Media app. It's absolutely free, and you can listen to shows, talk. You can listen to music programs. You can call, text, leave a voice note. You can participate in text-to-win contests. You can get your news there. It's all right there on the Civic Media app. Tons of ways to stay in touch with what's going on with our network, and we appreciate you being here. Any last comments on Cold Cuts? 855-752-4842, 855-75-CIVIC. You can also get us on Facebook, YouTube, and the platform we still call Twitter to get us your Cold Cut thoughts on National Cold Cut Day. Pete, you said you had some more messages to talk about?
There are a couple social media responses we didn't get to. Bill says, I don't eat no meat.
Okay.
Not happy about the double negative, but he's health conscious. That's good. And then Vicky Svakina just put a puke
Just
emoji.
Vicky is fine. I mean, oh, really?
Yeah,
really?
that's
Cold Cuts get
Aw.
Cold Cuts get a puke emoji? That's
She's got
not
a puke emoji. Listen, people feel strongly about stuff.
I guess so.
I'm not here to judge. Okay.
You look at a piece of turkey and you're like, "Bulk? I don't understand it. I don't know."
I don't know if people think of turkey though. That could be part of the problem because I don't typically like cold cuts, but I think of turkey. I'm like, who doesn't love a turkey sandwich?
I mean, exactly. Smoked, roasted, chicken breast, chicken loaf. No.
Sunday?
Anything with loaf in it. Anything with loaf in it.
Wait, you like the loaf in the name?
No, I don't.
Oh, yeah,
I like
same.
I like meatloaf. I like meatloaf if it's made well, but I don't like. But like chicken loaf or
olive loaf.
Olive loaf. It's funny. It's really. You know what's really funny about olive loaf?
Nothing.
Is the fact that true. Nothing is funny about olive loaf. But you think it would be called ham loaf because ham is the majority of the product. Like when you look at I think ham, and the pimento olives are part of it. They're almost like I don't want to say sweetener. So why do we call it olive loaf instead of ham loaf?
It's it's awful all the way around. Yeah, I have no idea. But maybe that's a deal breaker for some people.
But on top of that though, we need another 2 hours. Okay.
To discuss the loaf.
I enjoy ham. I enjoy green olives. If you put them together, I don't think you're my friend. So that's just,
Dom, are you taking notes?
Yeah.
I'm writing all of this down. We're going to get a meat expert in soon. So, I'm ready.
From Jimmy John's? Is that where you get
from Jimmy John's? Get your cold cuts.
He's going to have to lean off camera to take a bite of his olive loaf sandwich. Not to feel the wrath of Greg.
It's olive loaf Braunschweiger on a soggy piece of rye.
That's awful.
All right. With that in mind, let's bring it down. Let's not bring it down. Let's bring it to a close with a handy tip from Pete and Greg.
Tip of the day!
So we were talking about this over the live stream before during the break, during the secret show. And we were talking about presents. We were talking about puzzles, and then we started talking about buying presents. And Pete, you said that you're bad at giving gifts.
The worst.
And Dom, you said you kind of were shaking your head too. I'm thinking that may be This is my tip. And it all it does is require it's just being aware. When someone you like or love, spouse, partner, parent, sibling, simply says something like, "Hey, I like this thing. This thing. Oh, this was like I was in a bookstore with my wife in Madison, and she saw a Great Gatsby puzzle, and she just said, "Oh, this is really cool." I just wrote it down and took a picture, and I bought it for her for Christmas. And those are my favorite presents. I don't my wife does not require. Like she's not a jewelry person. She doesn't expect a car with a bow on it. But what I like to do is I like to give her those presents where it's the thing of when she sees it, she remembers it from a months before that. And I will admit, I do take a moment like, yeah, I'm best husband ever. But those are the moments that are amazing. Like, you can buy them something that's very expensive, but if you get them something they mentioned 6 months ago and you just say, yeah, you mentioned it, so I thought you should have it. That is awesome. So that's my tip. Be aware for present giving.
It shows you're paying attention.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's very,
that's great. Here's the thing. I do get my wife a car typically every Christmas.
Wow.
But I don't go for the brand new fully loaded pickup. I got her a 78 Chevette last year. And it's still a car.
Wow. Technically speaking, it is a car. You cannot get around that piece of information. It is a car. It has 4 wheels and a motor. And I believe once your wife said back in 1981, I'd love a 71 Chevette.
I cataloged it. See that?
Exactly.
You remember the puzzle. I remember what she said 30 years ago. And I think that's
exactly
puts me in another category. Now, I try to do my best. I'm not a very good gift getter. I typically, I'm in awe of people that do, like you, like what you just said, Greg. That's fantastic.
But everyone can do it. It's easy. It's easy. Also, here's experiences. You can get them a gift. You can buy them buy a gift. That's fine. But if you say to them, hey, we're going to do a thing, and here are 3 things we're going to do, those are fun too.
I like that. See, I want time from people that I love the most. I just spend time with me. Let's hang out. Let's make a memory. I don't care. I don't want more stuff. I do not want more stuff unless it's expensive. And
I love those 2 tips. Just for gift giving and for making time and making memories. Love it. And that is the tip of the day.
All right.
Tip of the day!
Nailed it.
All right. On behalf of Pete, I would like to thank Dominic. I would like to thank Tucker. I would like to thank Traffic and Engineering for all of your work. Without you, we talk into non-operational microphones. Everyone who called or texted, everyone who sent a comment on the live stream, thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate it. Without you, there's no us. By the way, tomorrow we're talking to August Lamb. He's a writer and activist who will be talking about how to live without a computer or a smartphone in the Midwest, and talking to Susan Kearns, the executive director of Milwaukee Film, to chat movies and the latest news from the Milwaukee film events and showings. So all that tomorrow, but don't go anywhere. Still more programming ahead. We'll be back with Nite Lite with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach on Wednesday. Have a great night, folks. Stay tuned. Stay close. Good night, Wisconsin.